Welcome. Today, a very special day. Today is release day. For a musician, that's it. Everything boils down to the release day. You've worked on your song, you've created it, you're happy with it, you send it out to friends, they gave you feedback, you send it out to other music producers, everyone approves of it, maybe even the label if there's a label involved. Today, in my case, it's a self-released song on my own label. It's called Cosmos, with my second project Against the AI, and I'm really thrilled to share it with you. Today's the day where I'll get feedback. It's just exciting seeing the numbers go up, people listening to it, sharing it, and just enjoying the creations that I've been cooking up here in the studio. So today I would love to take you through all of the steps involved in making the release day as successful as possible. There are a ton of steps you should follow. This is my guide, my personal way of dealing with it. Also, on a side note, if you want to help me out and you enjoyed this video and it helped you and you want to give something back, down below in the description is the link to my release. You can go check it out on Spotify. And if you want to help me extra additionally on top, the best thing you can do is buy it on Beatport. So I got here this list that I built up over the years that I just check on release day to make sure I don't miss anything. It's the stuff that I did on my past releases. Some of them have like millions of plays on Spotify. Even with this new project, the first song was released like 3 months ago and passed 100,000 streams, which is really good, especially for a techno song. And the list starts with things that need to be done before the release date. So let's go through them really quick. At least 6 weeks before the release, it should be with the distributor. So you're probably using DistroKid or something similar. I can't recommend DistroKid 100%. There are better alternatives. But yeah, you need to submit your song to them. Do it at least 6 weeks prior. I would even suggest like 2 months. Release singles, albums, it just doesn't make any sense nowadays. Do a pre-order campaign if you release on Beatport and DJ Music is your market, because then you have an entire month up front to get fans to actually already purchase the song, and it counts towards the charts in the first week of release. Same with iTunes. Also for Spotify, you can have like a pre-purchase link up for your fans to click on, and on release day, they get notified. Then the obvious stuff, make sure the song is good, have other people that listen through it, no mistakes. There is no changing once it's out there. Make also sure to pitch it to Spotify. A couple of weeks before the release, you'll get an email. If you're part of the artist Spotify page, you should be 100%. Claim your profile, and then you get notified and you can pitch it to them. They will ask you about your style, where the song was made. Fill it out, detailed, but like compact. They don't have a whole lot of time. They get millions of songs. Just keep it short, effective, and maybe something in there to stand out a little. If you made the song outside, like next to the beach, include it. They like this kind of cheesy stuff. Then on the day of the release, it's exactly what I will do for the rest of the day. First up, send out the newsletter. If you don't have a newsletter, get one engaged, fill it up with even like your best friends. Like everyone goes through their emails, and usually on a computer or the phone, so they're really close to clicking on it and maybe listening to it. You can also put on your website like a form where people can subscribe. You can also use social media to build up a newsletter. You could do a giveaway. Hey, here's my sample pack. Here's an old remix, unofficial edit of a famous song that I made. If you want to download it, subscribe to the newsletter. Actually, before the newsletter, generate a link tree, a link page where people click onto, and then they can choose iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music, whatever they have, whatever you're interested in promoting. And you can also track all of the stats. You can see how many people clicked on the page, how many people clicked further, how many people actually listened to it. It's really nice to have these kind of information. And then, of course, playlists are a big factor on release date. I wouldn't do it before, because most people that own playlists and you send them, hey, I have an upcoming song, they will just reply. If they reply, they will just say, send it again once it's out. So on the release day, you send out, make a list beforehand so you're faster, but then you should send out to playlist curators, playlist owners, your song, short message, hey, that's my name, that's my project. here's this new song, would love you to listen to it and maybe add it to your playlist if you like it. And these kind of relationships are important to build up over time. Go to ADE, go to Ultra, go to events, go to clubs, try to meet these kind of people. It helps a lot. Having your own playlist so you can trade is the best possible. There's also Playlist Push and some other websites. Go check them out. Some of them are good, some of them are not that good. Depends on the style of music. It's something you should just try out. Don't spend more than 20, 30 bucks and just see how it goes. Same with promotion channels, YouTube channels, SoundCloud pages, people that are multiplicators for your music, hit them up. Make sure the style fits. Then all of our favorite thing, social media. On release day, it's not that bad because you have something to share. You don't have to come up with something cringy to get people engaged, but make sure that it's the right media format for the platform. So on YouTube, make a video like me right here on the side trying to promote my new song. Again, link down below in the description. If you want to do me a favor, just go there, check it out, or just do it after the video, whatever. Make sure it fits. On Instagram, photos, nowadays videos more and more help. Make sure it moves, make sure it looks cool, not too cluttered. Like it should fit the style of music. If you make like gangster rap music, it shouldn't be rainbows and unicorns. So, or maybe, actually it would be really nice, like having the contrast. But that's maybe something more if you already have a fan base and you can play a little with them and people will click on it just to know what you're up to because it doesn't fit your style usually. But that's like next level meta kind of stuff. There are some AIs actually that make great covers mid-journey. You just type in some words, amazing covers, amazing pictures that will grab people's attention, at least for now. Put the music underneath, use the carousel feature so you have like multiple so people can swipe, and also the algorithm will pick and suggest to the people the 1 out of 4 or 5 videos and photos where most people are engaging with. If you're at the very beginning, also include your friends. Annoy them a little. Those are your friends. They probably owe you something because you're a nice person. Ask them to repost it, share it. Maybe you know someone within your couple of friends that has some sort of form of influence online, maybe 100 followers, 200, 1,000. Ask them nicely if they could be so, like support you. People like to support other people usually. Then there's some external things you could do, but external things usually cost money. You could try advertisement on Instagram and Facebook. My personal experience is not that great because if you spend 100 bucks on advertisement and a couple of people see it, even if they click on it and listen to your music, you just get like half a cent back from Spotify for the stream. If you sell, I don't know, clothes or phones or whatever, every person that buys, it's a lot more money and you still pay the same amount for getting their attention. So music is a really bad and hard to promote kind of product because it's so little you actually gain from people clicking on it. But if you have the spare amount of money and you want to try it out, do so. Just make sure to target it right, really precisely. And also if you have gigs, maybe promote them at the same time so you can sell some tickets. And it makes more sense for an already at least slightly established artist to give them a lot more push and reach, and also long-term to just build up their profile. So it's not about the direct money of like music streams, it's more about pushing the brand. And then that's basically everything you could do as a beginner if you're self-releasing or starting out with a small label. The rest is then really up to the song. And a lot of people forget about it. It is the song that decides your success. You promoting it on release day and do the same stuff at least for the first 2 weeks, every day, an hour at least. That's just like an initial push. Here, that's me, that's my song, listen to it. If people listen to it and like it, the algorithms will know and start suggesting it to other people. For example, I got one song that has like 3-4 million plays. That's not me promoting it to so many people. I maybe reached just in the first week 1,000 or 500, but they liked it. They listened to it from start to finish And this way it got suggested and added to Spotify playlist. And back then, what was it, like 3 years, 4, 5? It's a long time already. It got picked up by the biggest Spotify playlist for like chill house music back then. And just that alone generated 1 million streams within a year. So it's about partially also luck, but you can like push your luck by constantly releasing. So once one song is out, the next one should be ready. Today, Cosmos was releasing, and I got, I'm not sure if I can, yeah, I mean, I can say the next song will be then out in 6 weeks, and it's called Greed and Neglect, and it's finished. I finished it actually yesterday, so I will send it out to distribution probably today, tomorrow, and make sure it's scheduled again. I would suggest at the beginning at least 4 tracks per year, at least 4. If you do less, you're irrelevant. No one will know who you are. There is no momentum. You can't even build up a fan base. At least if, I mean, if you do social media in a really big way, then maybe, but you want to be a musician, not an influencer. So go with the music. 4 releases at least. I'd say 6 is perfect. 10 starts already to be too much. 12, impossible. Every month the release, no way. Even if you could, then just spend more time on making 6 tracks, better quality. 2 more quick tips. Make sure to rough sketch your musical ideas. I personally just sit here in the studio, make a song for like half an hour to 2 hours, and then I just leave it there, make 2, 3, 4, 5 a day, and then just wait 2, 3 days and decide which one of them is the best and continue working on it. Like finishing the track, getting it arranged, get it mixed is what is the most time consuming. But the most important is actually the idea. Making ideas should be a rather quick thing. It's easier to start something new, fresh, than trying to make something work that just doesn't work. Second, the most important, I've already mentioned it, all of this just works if you do it long term. If you now just want to release 1 song, do all of this, and if you don't follow it up by more releases, it's all gone. Like there is no way your first release will be a one-hit wonder thing. And I mean, who wants that? You want to have like a continued steady growth, build up on things. Having a one-hit wonder or having a hit is something that you can't fully control. It's just you making the best music to your abilities as often as you can to have like a constant steady, because the main goal at the end is building up a fan base, and you can build up a fan base with very niche music, very like even not perfect polished music. You could still have like a certain style. You could still have something that makes your music unique, and this way gain the first couple of fans and then just go from there. You'll get eventually better making music. You'll get better promoting your music, relying on other people. Maybe the pro tip of everything I ever said is not a good idea, especially nowadays. Like back in the days, a big major label tried to discover people and push them. Nowadays, social media and Spotify and the music actually discovers the people, puts them on a platform, and this way the main label kind of lets the audience do the A&R, the discovery part. There's one more last thing. I almost forgot social media. There's of course also TikTok. I personally, and especially for this release, I'm not doing any promotion on TikTok. I think if people are interested in it and like it, they will eventually do their own stuff for it. I just make sure they know it's out there. You could, of course, pay influencers to do some weird dance. For this release, the one in the description you should check out right now, it just doesn't fit. It's a techno song, it's deep dark. I don't want any cringy content of like 12 to 16-year-olds guys dancing and doing, like, it just doesn't fit. So that's basically it. Let me know in the comments if I forgot anything. If there's something specific you want to know more about, if you have any question, let me know. If you want a specific video on one of these details, I probably already made one. And yeah, that's it. Check out the song. See you soon again, right here on this channel.